Information about Red Lady Papaya. Fun fact: papaya aren't considered trees, but rather herbs. Their thick trunks are hollow, and remain green through the plant's life, making them easy to cut down once they've fruited, and quick to compost. Red Lady Papaya is the one fruit we grow at our vegetable farm, because we have grown to love it for so many reasons. The first and most important thing we love about the Red Lady Papaya is its delicious flavor. For being delicious fruit, the Red Lady Papaya is a heavy and reliable producer of fruit. Planted in spring or summer in the tropics, and given proper nutrients and plenty of rainfall, your papaya should yield you about 80 pounds of fruit in its first year. The fruit is cylindrically long, pear-shaped or round. It is orange to orange-red, sweet and juicy when ripe. Unripe papaya makes for a good concoction of vegetable stew, salad or pickle. The fruit is rich in vitamins A and C, iron, calcium, protein, carbohydrates and phosphorus. Papaya produces latex, which contains papain, an enzyme that breaks protein. Papain has been commonly of use to the food, pharmaceutical and cosmetic industries. Papain is used for cleansing lotions, facial creams and toothpastes. Papaya trees grow quickly in the hot and humid tropics, and can be grown as a pet plant in cold areas in greenhouses. Plant a few seeds in each pot and allow the strongest one to be transplanted into the ground or a large pot. Once your papaya tree flowers, you can tell whether it's a male or a female. Males do not produce fruit, so they can be composted, as Red Lady is a self-fertile variety, and does not need to be pollinated by a male. How to grow Red Lady Papaya. Red Lady Papaya is adapted to a wide range of soils, but it grows best in well-drained, light-textured soils, with pH range from 5 to 6.5. Good drainage is important, as waterlogging kills plants. Sticky and calcareous soil are not good, as rainwater may accumulate in the soil even only for a few hours. In this case, raised beds and drainage ditch are recommended. Cultural requirements. Land preparation. Clear the area of all shrubs and trees, preferably during dry season, and alternately plow and harrow to obtain fine tilth. Planting. Seeds are recommended to be sown in polyethylene bags. Sow at least 3 to 4 seeds, and cover with fine soil. Germination takes 15 to 20 days. A booster dose of 2 grams urea after emergence, and 2 weeks interval in subsequent application may be given for rapid growth and development of seedlings. Regular daily watering is necessary. The seedlings are ready for transplanting when they are about 6 inches high or 2 months old. Prior to planting, stake at a distance of 2.5 by 2.5 and dig 45 cm by 45 cm holes. 2 seedlings should be planted per hole, and later thinned out to only 1 after assurance of most vigorous tree. Water management. Water is required for papaya during the early stages of growth and periods of prolonged drought. Lack of moisture over prolonged periods causes growth retardation, flower abortion, and dropping of young fruits. Water newly transplanted seedlings daily, until they become fully established. Young papaya seedlings should be irrigated once a week, and bearing trees every week during dry periods. During rainy season, hill up to improve drainage. Weed control. Remove the weeds by proper cultivation of the soil around the plants. It is done by hand pulling, hoeing, or by shallow cultivation. Extreme care should be exercised in manual weeding around the trees, since papaya is shallow-rooted and surface feeder roots injured. Mulch during the dry season to control growth of weeds and to conserve moisture. Common pests and diseases and their control. Pests. Mites. Under local conditions, the red spider mites, Tetranychus conjunctivica, is most common, attacking and severely damaging the older leaves of papaya, and sometimes attacking its seedlings. Its serious damage causes the leaves to dry up, thus reducing the photosynthetic activity of the plant. Control measures. To prevent the sources and buildup of mite population, leaf pruning and burning of damaged and attacked leaves are done weekly. For chemical control, use selective miticide sprayed at 7 to 10 days interval. Scale insects. The most common scale insect species colonizing and feeding on papaya fruit is the Aspidiotus Destructor. Their feeding caused the fruit to ripen prematurely and destroy the external appearance of the fruits. Control measures. Spray recommended insecticide to control incidence of scale insects in the fruits. Spraying should be done directly to the fruits 15 days before harvest. Adjust spray nozzle so as not to hit harvestable fruit, in case there are available harvestable fruits. Respray 7 days after if presence of such pest is still visible. Fruit fly. Dacus dorsalis and Dacus cucurbitae are species of fruit fly attacking papaya. When an outbreak in population occurs, the eggs are deposited in the ripening fruits while they are still attached to the tree. Harvested fruits eventually rot as the newly hatched larvae start to feed inside the fruit. Control measures. Sanitation inside the population is essential by gathering all ripened, damaged and fallen fruits. Gathered fruits should be dumped in pit and burned. Use methyl eugenol to attract male files and kill them. Do not allow ripe fruits to remain in the tree for some time. Diseases. Damping off. Symptoms. Tissues of the papaya seedling stems at the solid line become water-soaked and rotten due to infection by one or more species of fungi like Pythium debayanum, Phytophthora palmivora and Rhizoctonia. It is common in the nursery or in the field where seedlings are too crowded. It is favored by high temperature and wet weather. Control measures. Avoid overcrowding of seedlings. Provide good drainage and adequate soil erosion. Practice proper plant spacing and depth of planting. Papaya Mosaic. Symptoms. Leaves of infected plants develop a wrinkled and rough appearance. Younger leaves are generally stunted and chlorotic and are accompanied by vein banding or transparent oil that are scattered over the leaf veins. Older and mature leaves show more pronounced chlorotic areas and are stunted. Severe attack results in stunting of petioles. Infected young fruit shows small, dark green spots, which appear either on the stem or blossom end. They enlarge as the fruit develops. Mottling of green and brownish rings appear. Control measures. Cut down infected plant and burn. Bacterial crown rot. Diseased papaya are really distinguished in the field by the dropping leaves which results from infection of the petiole or stem with the bacterium, Urvina carousii. Symptoms. Initial symptoms found on the petiole and stem are water-soaked spots. The spots rapidly enlarged, causing rotting of the petiole or stem. Then the crown droops and wilts, showing leaf yellowing. It may topple over. Young, soft plant parts are susceptible to infection with the bacterium, gaining entry through natural openings and wounds. In susceptible cultivars, infection becomes systematic, causing vascular discoloration of the stem, fruits and roots. The disease is common during periods of prolonged wetness or continuous rainfall. Infected plants may recover and produce productive branches during dry season. Control measures. Eradicate severely infested plants, and disinfect tools with 10% formalin solution. In cases when the stem is not infected, remove only the infected petioles and leaves. Provide protection to the papaya plants during rainy periods by spraying crown, petioles, leaves, fruit and young stem with copper fungicide at 3 grams per liter of water once every 14 days. Anthracnose. The disease is caused by Colletotrichum gloeosporioides, and affects not only the fruits but also petioles of older leaves. Symptoms: small, round, water-soaked areas appear on infected ripened portion of the fruits. Fungus produces pink spore masses, which appear in concentric rings in the lesions. Fungus also penetrates into the tissues of the fruit, causing it to become darker and softer than the surrounding tissues. Infected portion have unpleasant flavor. On green parts, it appears as small, water-soaked lesions oozing out from the infected areas. Control measures: spray with recommended fungicide, plus a spreader sticker to ensure good spray coverage at 7 to 10 days interval. Post-harvest storage decay can be reduced by treating fruits in hot water at temperature of 110 to 120 degree Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. Phytophthora Rot. Symptoms: seedling damps off, root rots, trunk cankers and fruit rots. Immature fruits are attacked through wounds while mature fruits at any location. Control measures: remove infected fruit and dispose properly. Spray copper fungicide at recommended rate. For fruits in storage, control by hot water dips at 46.7 degree Fahrenheit for 20 minutes, then cool with running tap water. Papaya Ringspot virus. The papaya ringspot virus is readily transmitted mechanically by sap. It is also stylet-borne and insect-transmitted by aphids. It is not readily transmitted through seeds. Symptoms: vein clearing, mottling and the presence of yellow spots are the initial symptoms of the leaf. Later, the leaves are reduced in size, and margins tend to curl upward and downward. Dark green concentric rings or green spots appear on fruits and the disease progresses. Fruit set is sharply deformed and smaller. Control measures: eradication of infested plants, and spraying the infected and the apparently healthy tree, surrounding it with appropriate insecticide before uprooting and chopping the infected trees to small pieces. Place the chopped plant debris in a sack or plastic bag and burn it in a suitable place. Never intercrop papaya trees with possible alternate hosts such as watermelon, cucumber, squash, etc. Enforce quarantine measures prohibiting the transfer and introduction of papaya and alternate hosts from affected orchards to new growing areas. Use resistant papaya cultivars. Harvesting and post-harvest management. Papaya generally starts to flower after 5 months from seedling, and the first harvest is obtained 4 to 5 months later. When intended for vegetable, papaya can be harvested when fruit is at color break to ripe. For shipping to distant market, the fruits should be harvested when the apical end starts turning yellow, and the latex is no longer milky. Do not allow fruits to ripen on the plant, and they should not be dropped to the ground to avoid possible injuries. To harvest, twist the fruit until its stalk snaps off the plant, or cut the stalk with sharp knife. The productive lifespan of papaya gradually ends on the 3rd or 4th year. As the tree matures, production also slackens. The yield of well-managed papaya plantation is 35 to 40 tons per hectare. Benefits of Red Lady Papaya seeds. We all know the health benefits of eating ripe papaya, but many of us are not aware of the wonderful health benefits and medicinal uses of papaya seeds. Papaya seeds are one of the best home remedies for intestinal parasites, and I have been aware of this use, but I was quite surprised when I knew of its other medicinal values. In India, papaya seeds are actually dried and used as an adulterant for black pepper, as it is much cheaper than black pepper. When dried, they look almost similar to black pepper. Though eating large quantities of papaya seeds is not good, consuming small quantities can be actually used as a remedy for certain ailments very effectively. Though the correct safe dosage for humans is not determined, it has been proven to be toxic in very high doses for certain animals. Nutritional value of papaya seeds. They are a rich source of protein, fiber, fat and also calcium and phosphorus. Papaya seeds medicinal uses. Papaya seeds for intestinal worms. Papaya seeds for liver and kidney protecting properties. Papaya seeds for cancer. Papaya seeds as a natural contraceptive. Papaya seeds for skin. The papaya is one of the most low-maintenance plants ever. Simply take a papaya trunk and stick it in the ground, near a drain or anywhere it can get lots of water. Then, you just watch it grow. Papaya is sold at around a few rupees per kilograms, which is negligible. What you need to do, if you want to be a millionaire is, start a huge papaya farm using the genetically engineered beta cake sortica breed.